pledge love and loyalty to the country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We there, we just a try. This day I don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We there, we just a try. But this day I don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to the country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We salute.
Country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Jamucham, Gaman Monica, Kai Bomb, Gaman Koneka, Mix. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. And they go and they beg. Shim. The people that they gen. Then I go shim. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future, forgive them best creature. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And we hope to forgive them best creature.
We pledge love and loyalty to the country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute.
We let we salute. As in no place like home. I like it talk and talk them, I like it talk and fight them.
Yes, Pambul good evening. Sorry, on Friday I'll not be able to come online because we'll be engaged on a very important thing we connect with the welfare of Sierra Leone. I believe, say, most of you know, say, there was a case taken up with the ECOWAS court, and that Friday we had to have a meeting discussing the way forward. We finally don't get a response from the government of Sierra Leone, and we are working on what to do going forward. Of course, when the term reach, I will get the bits and pieces of information where we know say necessary, and we're not going to put the case in jeopardy. So now I just want to inform you, say we've got a response, and the case is going forward. It's the people of Sierra Leone versus the government of Sierra Leone on an issue where we believe say for be a precedence. We are not taking anybody to court to overthrow a government or whatever. We are doing it for make once and for all, we politicians then begin understand, say, sovereignty belongs to the people of Sierra Leone. and the authority they use is derived from that sovereignty. Until such time we constitution will say otherwise, we have to begin to set certain precedents, let people respect the fact. Anyway, today I can look at a very serious issue. You see, every nation within specific periods of time in history get a chance to get very young population. And whether we move into a period where artificial intelligence therefore control a lot of things, which I believe is a little bit far away, not going to happen in the next 20 to 30 years, however fast they move. For developing countries like Sierra Leone, and for countries where get a climate and resource potential. Why they talk about resource potential, I don't mean minerals. If you left to me, we can close all the mines for now. There are a lot of other resources that we can use in Sierra Leone. We will make the economy grow. La Côte d'Ivoire get minerals just like Sierra Leone. But when they started in the 50s and 60s and 70s, then we put more emphasis on agriculture. Now then agro industry, now more or less they run the country today. Mining they take place, but mining not just as important as how we take them as Sierra Leone. And because of La Côte d'Ivoire been put more weight on developing the agricultural and other natural resources, non-mineral resources, that's been forced them for improve on the skills of the population. Well, of course, it's common for those who have traveled through West Africa that Francophone Africa, then they do more of technical and vocational skills development than Anglophone Africa. Anglophone Africa, we now book. Why are they pull all this story? Since the end of the war in 2001, Sierra Leone see a change in the demographic structure. We get a rapid increase in population. Also, because of that rapid increase and the time frame, we get a population where basically a young population. This na the term where if we get serious governance policies, if we get serious governance plans, this na the term where we get for look at what you go do for utilize this young population. But instead, just like where some of our great grandpa then be involved in slave trade and sell people picking them into slavery, now we get people them within the elite class and the political class where they connive with people them who are involved in narcotics and other things. Then they bring all kind of chemical into the country, they destroy, we picking them. Every day you wake up, you go hear a new thing, we're connected with narcotics, drugs, and then kind of thing in a salon. We don't reach the stage where I think we for begin to raise voice about that. We don't reach the stage where we not for only raise voice, we for begin to inquiries. Now we find out. One, the root cause of this. Because poverty, honestly, poverty na condition where anybody can change. But you don't need for go do something dangerous because you poor so that you will get rich. You don't need for go do evil so that you will get rich. The resources are there for all of us. Things then they will make use of. We'll go get money. Things then they will go do. Will you get money? Because the ultimate object of wealth creation, therefore convert the resources of the land into goods and services where you go sell, other people then buy, then you create wealth. It's nine. I think now the basic underlying principle behind that social science, what they call economics. Use your resources, and resources not only minerals, even the brain are resource, the air na resource, water na resource, the earth na resource, because if you grow food, it grow, you sell, you make money, you don't use the earth as a resource. We rivers, we seas na resource. If we're able to take care of them, we manage them well, we can fish in, we sell fish, we make money. We get plants them when our resource. Well, if we sabi how to use them, we can make goods and services, we sell, we make money. So when we talk about resource, we have to look beyond gold, diamond, and then because now that's not the thing we don't put we eyes on side where they cause all the problem at the country. We are not able to control their resources today. Now we don't go take Masibo can put in our country. They sell drugs to picking them. You know, each side we Sierra Leoneans for wake up from that slumber. Waiting at the slumber. Because wait a day, people they don't introduce lie and deception. Then they gaslight people them. They don't believe say what thing they tell them are true. We don't take and make culture. So now, rather than we look at the root of the problem, we always look at the product with the problem they create. I make all the time we sit on the cause and effect. And the other thing we do for we, even when we say we get the ability for solve the problem, the minute then give we the legitimacy for do them, now the same problem will condemn now they go engage back. Because we don't stop for think. Now we don't reach the stage where we for begin think, we for open we hearts, open we minds, let we begin think. Now begin think and ask basic questions. Why a country with so much potentials, why a country will get the ability for be the singular and biggest pot processing country in Africa? Sierra Leone has that ability. But Sierra Leoneans don't know it because the education you have does not teach you how to understand who you are. The education where they giving us alone are part of the gaslighting. Keep we for believe say now somebody else for can tell we what's in the right before we face. The Sierra Leonean therefore delete a lot of things in their head and reload them with facts then with a very close to in culture and in identity. We have lost that part of our lives. Now I make all turn out the parade around Otorata. You want to say then Sabi book and then they involve all the nonsense where they destroy we country. Because the book would then Sabi, not for salon. If that book they useful, self, not useful for salon. It's far removed from our identity and we culture. It's far removed from the resources we will get for manage. Almost Sierra Leoneans sabi manage affair. We get them bokuna salon. The best thing can do it, then turn out and waste, they make a cadable, then go all over the place, they dance. Madagascar, they earn billions of dollars from raffia. Almost Sierra Leonean able to use bamboo. Puerto Rico and other countries, and they make billions of dollars from bamboo. India, one of the most developed economies on earth. Then they use bamboo as scaffold for build skyscrapers because bamboo, even though not plant, is as strong as steel. I have a friend here in Bergen where they make electric poles from bamboo. That man is making a lot of money in East Africa presently as I speak. We're not able to use them as alone. Or piassava, when I mean the export from Sierra Leone, where will be no bond and then other parts than they form. It's a very important resource we will not able to develop. We before be build multi-billion-dollar income on for me. All man sit down, they talk about PhD, talk nine nose like English rat. We have to wake up in Sierra Leone. Every country, within every century, they get an opportunity for get a young population. Immediately after that stupid war end, we get an opportunity for get a young population. Plus or minus, the one the way we they make useless, getting them to be involved in narcotics. We they expect say that young population go last up to 2040. From now to 2040, if Sierra Leoneans are ready to do what it takes, if Sierra Leoneans are ready to come together and put pressure, let the politicians elect for misbehaving at the country, let them do what thing that they elect them for. I think we will begin to see, we will develop a skilled population where in the next 10 to 15 or 20 years, we country will begin rise. 1985, when Ahmed Sekou Touré died, I went to Guinea. I attended the funeral. The Guinea where I meet that time, Conakry bin Fiba Jos Leijdekkers, they say then tongue up line. Today, Conakry and the whole of Guinea is far advanced than Sierra Leone. Why? Because one of the things that Ahmed Sekou Touré did for Guinea, where a lot of people are not able to see, what will be the experience, will be the profit from an Sierra Leone, is that during his time as president, he makes sure say he provide technical and vocational education for almost every Guinean. In the 70s, in the 80s, we will be in the Sierra Leone, we know say, we say tailor, na Guinean, fitter, na Guinean, blacksmith, or welder, na Guinean. Most of those people who came doing those jobs, they like today, they don't build wealth, and some of them are the richest people you can find in the Mano River Union. We, all man sabi book, wear necktie. Bella day before we, after we don't drink boko water and beer. We don't sabi nothing. Now make as then give we office, now for sign documents stiff. And because we not get the ability for produce things, as then give we office, now for Kongosa, and for lie. We have to stop blaming and complaining. To go for raise with voice, because everybody born in Sierra Leone, whether I carry British nationalism now, I carry Chinese or Uruguayan, as long as you're born in Sierra Leone, your place of birth qualifies you as a citizen of the state that goes by the name the Republic of Sierra Leone. And as a matter of fact, we Citizenship Act allows you can get dual citizenship. The only problem with that is you can vote, but they're not a vote for you until you change your citizenship. And the fact that you can vote don't give you the right for stand up and say, no, this is not right for my country. Now for the put blame on presidents and leaders, because the leaders and presidents have the same culture, they have the same beliefs, they have the same habits and perceptions like we. Then we take responsibility. If Julius Matter abuse, don't they do nonsense? Don't tell us what you do so nonsense. There are several ways we can do that. Not only shouting on social media or jumping into the street with cutlass and machete or whatever for go make noise. We have to have the tenacity and temerity to stand up for that place we call home. If we don't, they will pass now this world for nothing. Because if you not do what you get for do, for make your country stable. If you not do what you get for do, for make you begin and get stable life. When you die, go, then they left suffer. So you just pass here for nothing. This is a message to every Sierra Leonean, and especially we, the Sierra Leoneans within the diaspora. When we took up this case with the ECOWAS court, a lot of everything and I know who get the judgment. And the judgment is not about overthrow of Julius Maada, it's about setting a precedence. Let politicians then know say sovereignty belongs to the people. And the authority they exercise is derived from that sovereignty and the constitution thereof. Power belongs to the people. And the people have to understand that much and begin to use that power to the best advantage for the country. Why we for sit down, they don't take we country, make a transit port for drugs. Why we for sit down, people and they come out other side, then carry chemicals and other things, introduce drugs to picking them, then they destroy them. On are not seeing at the population they take place on Sierra Leone. Mr. George Stone, they will listen if you follow the correct procedure, sir. Talk is cheap. Sierra Leoneans need to learn what to do to get the results they want. Talk is cheap. Some of us are past talking. We talk now for make we give now the awareness. Otherwise, I'll keep quiet and do what thing for do. That country go treat. We are all owners of Sierra Leone. As long as you are born in that country, don't allow nobody for intimidate you. You don't get no right past you. We all get the same right before the Constitution. We all get the same right before God. If we see don't know more they complain, then they will continue to do it. Let's come together and take actions where it go there on record say the citizens are aware of their rights. They've taken this action. They've got this result, not only for the government now, subsequent governments coming. Gonna say, Friday, they do this, we go scot-free. Now we get for be careful. That's what it is all about. Setting precedences. It's also about the people of Sierra Leone for them to be the determiners of their destiny, not to outsiders for they can determine with destiny, not to a few set of people for determine with destiny. Now we own the land. Now we for determine. If I come out Levuma, I need water supply in Levuma. If I ask for them, I forget them. If I come out Kalangba, I need road na Kalangba. If I ask for, I forget them. If I come out Fadugu, I need school na Fadugu. If I ask for, I forget them. Because it's a right for every citizen to be provided with the services for which they pay taxes. It's wrong for people to be coming with things them where they destroy the lives of citizens. All man just sit down there. They don't bring that. They don't skate. The people of Sierra Leone should come together. Now we take a legal case against not only the government in power, but all politicians. Because since this issue come up about drugs, we get about 18 functional political parties in Sierra Leone. They'll get a main opposition party. How much have these people come out to say, this is not right for our national development. This is not right for our cultural development. This is not right for our health development, our mental development. Can we investigate this thing and find a way to solve it? Put aside, say, Bolayos relates to murder bill. Put that aside. Because drug people then get different road than the kind inside country. But the fact is, if the whole society stand against them, even if not the head of state say want them, you know they come. I will give you now a correct example. 1986, 87, 88. Sierra Leone been so strapped for money. People when they work almost months, they know they get paid. That time, the drug business in Panama and Colombia been the top. So Sierra Leone. Secretly, then come, they approach the government. Some people were in favor of accepting them to inject money into the system, but the other group say no. No. If these guys were open for them, if they kaya, they would all lose with legitimacy because they will control us. Then say you pays the piper, calls the tune. At that time, now the President Joseph Saidu Momo been in power. Now immediately after that, now he called Dr. Jim Fona. Say, but Jim, things not they go well in this country, can't help we. At then Dr. Jim Fona, they work for IMF. Dr. Jim Fona had to leave his job. He comes Sierra Leone. Then sit down, then get several meetings, then decide, say, we have to take the bull by the horn. Between 1988, 89, Dr. Jim Fona, because he be done the work in IMF, he go talk to his colleagues and say, we need this help, we need this help. The international community can inside. Then say, okay, we can see what we'll do to come back to assist Sierra Leone, but there are conditionalities you must fulfill. And one of them was we will move away from a one-party state where we officially come into force in 1978 into a multi-party system, and we will begin democratize we institutions them. That process started. President Momo called Dr. Peter Lorenzo Tucker, who will now be a lawyer from Bond, the elder brother of late Mrs. Kaba. He said, "Can help we all get a constitution and set up a constitution review commission." That constitution commission being broad-based, and we get civil society, trade union, this and that all. I was there partially representing the teachers union. We got a constitution up and running. By October 1991, Sierra Leone officially became a multi-party state. Between October and January, we had several political parties registered. And the first party who been registered attending at the SLPP. So to hear Sierra Leone, I was there. I was working in Sierra Leone. We started moving. Things been still stronger. But because we don't agree with the conditions them with them give we, the international community begin come gradually, step by step. They give some incentives. First, they make out this poverty reduction program. Then they say all government corporations, national power, I don't know, they call ourselves National Power Authority, Road Transport, PWD, they all for be semi-autonomous. The airport will be semi-autonomous. That was how we started having these authorities. The first authority we then set up have been the Sierra Leone Roads Authority. Then set up the Airports Authority. Then you get the Road Transport Authority. We are anonymous and then they don't change names. Things started moving, but within that period, mind the war start. That war we start in March 1991. It put a lot of programs under suspension until 2001. We then declare say the war done, and the international community begin coming inside back. Whatever support the international community been they give between 1991 March and 2001, it was like support for make them keep the economy afloat. And of course, we know say war is a very expensive thing. 90% of the money will be in the camp got consumed in the war effort. We been get a bundle of scouts who call it Salon Army. It is how it went until 2001. Then we started having full-blown international input. My question is, why is it that in 2001, we begin get full-blown international input? Why didn't the elite class and the politicians then sit down, then set out a roadmap? We could change the educational, the economic, and social dynamic in the country. If you want, I go answer that question. The answer is because they got greedy and stupid. That the money will be in the camp from international community, they see. Then take them family, they all man make NGO, then just scatter the money. Now that money don't cut off. Look at the state of we country. Look at the state of we country. If we Sierra Leonean day, we're happy about what in the gun at Sierra Leone right now. God go lucky him, he lucky him picking, he lucky generations yet unborn. They will suffer. I have said it. And it's going to happen. Because it's like some people are happy about what's in the gun. We get a young population. 60% of that population, they're below age 35. Now is the time to look at how we fast track skills development, do all the other things we will make we country go before. Instead, people up there, and they take pleasure for destroy people picking them for that paper what they call cash money. God go lucky them. And we say I don't talk and so. From now till December, January, we now go begin see the luckiness alone. So now go begin see them. Some of we will not open up for nothing. I know me root. I know me root. I'm not the most perfect man. I've done a lot of things that I should not have done in my life. But I know, say, the God will make this art. The spirits of the universe where they control this art. Then they listen to some of who cry them. Namakama don't talk until the 13th of October 2025. Those involved in drugs and other things for destroy the young population from today, they have to contend with a curse on their head, on 4 generations of their family. 4 generations. Every country want for go before. Every country want for be proud say we they do something for go before. Countries that will be past they all don't pass we. Even in West Africa, Burkina Faso na the Alabot so. 1987, it's ahead of Burkina Faso. Yes. Yes. 1987, I went to Ouagadougou. Then get a festival they wouldn't call FESPACO, Festival of Arts and Culture for Africa, FESPACO. I attended that ceremony. I know the Burkina Faso have been met. And today, the country they don't better pass we. We therefore be ashamed of ourselves as a people. We therefore begin ask certain questions. We therefore look at ourselves. We therefore go back and research with history. We therefore go back and research with history. In past, we people let me do some bad things, then catch them company and then sell to it, man. Now the same thing they do so. This do so. How many people for come India and Pakistan with tramadol, we can't kill we own picking them. With honorary man in other places, they take chemicals, they go make drugs, we kill we own picking them. You enslave the man with drugs, so you make money. Anybody who involved in drug issue in Sierra Leone, from now till next year, then go begin see the cost. We not look for cost, people then. Because at the end of the day, not a good energy. But enough of this. Enough of this. We therefore get conscience. Say, I don't get so much for offer. Nobody no need for sell drugs in that country. You want to be millionaire? Find what you they do where you go buy and sell legally. You want to be billionaire? Find what you they do where you go buy and sell legally. Plenty things they for do na Sierra Leone. Plenty things they for do for get money. But you no need for sell drugs. Other countries, them, the citizens, then they go up in business. Ghana, it's all Ghanaian, turn Europe, they talk to certain people, then go, then begin take bamboo, then they make bicycle. And bamboo bicycle, where they bring them to Europe. Then they sell at 1,000 pounds or 1,000 euros and above. Then pass law say, okay, the region where they get this bamboo from, every bicycle will sell this amount of money, they go towards education. That is profiting the society, the community. The schools in that region, then they get equipment and everything. Then added to that, a percentage of the tax, they go to the district. The other percentage go to the central government. This is what we should be doing in Sierra Leone. Not going to sell drugs and other things for kill ourselves. At the end of the day, what you get for profit from that? When you think say you picking up go take drugs, and they tell you now all where they sell drugs now Sierra Leone will get picking. From now on, then they begin take drugs. Now I'm going to sit here, they talk, not true. Watch my lips, read my lips. And I begin to begin take drugs, then go damage. And they tell you, I go know what you don't do to yourself. Why is it that we're not for able to do things honestly? Why is it that all time for the lie we serve, we for deceive we serve, we for gaslight we serve because of what's in money? What amount of money are you going to make from doing evil? And when you get all that money, you say the care and go. We don't see big time narcotic dealers them na Venezuela, na Colombia, na Panama, all over the world. We see how they end. Una no go land.
Mohammed Trey, WA Business Audio.
Una no go land say drugs. Not to business with sustainable. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Coming.
All right, well, join me, sir.
You are on now. You're on the air live.
Oh, okay, I'm not just okay, sir.
The minute I begin talk to you, they're live.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Now, you don't listen to the program.
Yes, I was listening. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Shoot.
I just say, make a cabin side. Once I went to church about this international community, he taught a lot of things about the roots of problems. And, I think if we say you are a knowledge repository, we say anytime I listen to you and every audience they learn a lot. And I wish because in this part of the world, we West, we get anything tangled. And the people already elect in political office for the most part, some of them are very illiterate people in how they for carry developments and everything. So people like we function like a think tank where leaders say for listen to, but we're not getting kind of people in there because they have a mindset.
And they ring down and say, I go left and all these minds for outside.
Exactly. Yeah. So then they listen, but they're not very careful. Yeah, they listen. They're not careful. But this na they need. And so like now, even tomorrow, I get a kind of a think tank related to this environmental issues and all that. Where I get for, I know they go in person, but I attend virtually. Okay. And the finance, we look at the composition, they see policymakers. I don't go to DC, go attend conference, in a regular building. And the senators and they come. Because no matter how they get the legislative knowledge, but there are certain things that we will help them up. So this night, then thank you. Even already listen, but for listen. One of the things that I want to talk about the roots, and at the same time, the second thing, I will be fast. I will summarize them.
When another caller, I will tell you.
Okay. Yes, sir. And the second thing is about this international community. What are the roots? Salmon no go get for fix until the issues the way they bring all the time. You are talking about the solutions. That's why I like listening to you. The communal problem, whether individuals, you talk about family or communities or whatever, we know the issues, but we know even the focus on the solutions. But you talk about the solutions. That's what I like about this. And the solutions they come because the root causes of the problems. We get leadership crisis in the country, and this leadership, it doesn't matter. Right now, the world gets a leadership crisis. 2000 also, take over the world. Of course, yeah, exactly. So until we address leadership crisis, a problem, and we all know we have a historically cultural deficiency in our Ghana Salon because we know they choose people where they can't better the country. When they choose people that will be to say they satisfy the interest of the communities or whatever. Like we talk about, and I talk about the educated people. Here is the problem. We all know, say, we come up from communities, we come up from districts, we come up from regions. And so a lot of people where they misbehave na salons already, some of them said no, they can't sit down. Let's sing it. Now education I bring them. They don't come to the West, can't settle like how we settle. So these educated people where they put that country, go let you look at the history. The majority of them, irrespective of the degrees that they get, they do not settle in the West. They come purposely for can't study and go back. So they are 18%.
Plus, two,
yes, sir.
they came to get titles to go back, and gaslights them people, then forgive them power.
Correct, exactly. And so when you look at that people, the people who go salon, so then doctor. If you put them in a classroom environment and academic setting, then they excel. They do not excel in the politics because they are not there to represent the people, but the individuals who give them the jobs. And so
that's one. The second side, one even be thought small. The second reason we politicians not excel.
Mm-hmm.
Every country they modernize by modernizing its culture.
Mm-hmm.
The Sierra Leonean is far removed from its culture.
Right. So it will be dynamic.
We will discuss that at another level. Now, a whole topic we will discuss them at another level. I don't want to know, see, that cultural gap, that cultural deficiency. Now, part of the reason we make they get.
I support you. I support you, and I want to add something there.
Yes,
what I want to add is that. What I want to add is that cultural deficiency. We know the change. It will change because the personalities, the time and space, which side people that they exist, it no stagnant. Second TV they don't go. The Magai they don't go. Albert Magai don't go. If Albert Magai do something, why? Which is said, this man they can't do something where all similar to them for protect the culture. It's backward because look, there's people that they don't go. The Sierra Leone will find today with a big population. We get a lot of needs them. The population demographics, their needs are different from even the 1970s when maybe 2 million people a day. So we work on something where they promote this country instead of living in the space side, people do not exist. One who get the confusion, the blubber, this. And that's I want to say one thing. This, before I go to the international community, the country, who saw this was Sierra Leone, and me, I want Sunday I can come with other solutions then.
Right. We are talking to change Sierra Leone.
Yes.
What idea matter?
Yeah. So one, let me look at the current circumstance and they in governance. And look at this man who they in governance, within my attitude in behavior and success and trouble with the cause. Waiting at the reaction of the problem. They blame this man. And anytime when something happens, for sure say, until then, why are they ready? The southeast of the country, I'm not putting blame on them. This is not tribalism. This is not regional.
That's what is called gaslighting.
Yes. But
by the argument, not also.
Until the day takes them, until the day when the southeastern they grab, they say, you know what? We want for function. Every Southeastern will be the same, even if they're in political office. When they do bad, we know they support you. One they do good in the name of Sierra Leone. Now that thing they think will better. But people in the suffer, they're not going to eat, then they support. Yesterday, I see man in the car, then they cost, mommy cost, now they post, they will post, because we talk say Then case somebody with passports, then would I give the passport and another view, then they can't cause for them. What about an Escoroma in time? The man in passport said, if the other person said from 2015, the man get the passport. Let them find way for protect madam. until the Southeast and Canada they mind it. The second thing, when we get, and I don't say please say the concept of nuclearization, and I don't watch it in book. I have the qualification because I would just say we see the peace way happen internationally from the World War way end up to 1989. We'll get the Berlin Conference fall. Now, because we get the bipolar system, we need to say the stability where exists under bipolar, where you get two powerful giants, they exist. Peace and stability today. Until the APC, it become a powerful party, then Salon will steady because the SLPP actions and the policies, the Southeastern they do, it will not get a powerful opposition. When you say if APC can, they not say SLPP powerful, APC make the no do what they feel. We need the two political parties because you know what? As far as a third phase is attend, we just say, well, let's get a third party for come. No, you don't go for
third parties in Sierra Leone.
No, it's not a third party. What I mean is something we to say, like in Senegal, the guys that way they should have was there. Now a civil society now come together for create the people.
They are claiming come in here.
No, let me just complete it.
Okay, complete that coming.
This Sierra Leone not get the civil society base. We will create a third force. We need to say go replace the APC or the SLPP. And I say this with confidence because all the political parties them okay exist, most of them, besides APC SLPP. Them parties then they now break away them from the main party. The same people them now they go from them parties then the second one, the civil society organizations them. Now the parties there, the members can inform them. This example now to the SLPP. Ben Kefala them. You know, all them one they will be all Moses Mambu them. Then why you talk about how they call this all about this other guy who they parabolates all over the place. Then why now the party them form there as soon as beyond them come, they all you don't give them ambassador, you don't give them positions them ministerial. We did on that. So Salon no mature in any sense for not get a third force. So my suggestion, the APC party they therefore become structured and powerful. They see that then go counter. Madam, you know, graphic go shoot forcing or you do so because you know say people in there that will get the same power. So now give space now make you talk before I go to the confidential community. Yes, sir.
Huh? Yeah.
No, I say I be one go to the
I call you.
Okay.
If we say na APC number for structures alone, team Neman
I'm not saying that the structures alone.
I'm a point I they make.
Okay, yeah.
What is happening in America, where they don't compromise all the political parties then? Now they're not able to stand for the people. Something deeper than that is what is happening in Sierra Leone. The APC and SLPP are both messed up institutions. The Jos Leijdekkers no more there, but there is more than one drug cartel in Sierra Leone.
Oh, so
And some of these drug cartels have members of the APC involved. Okay? I will not say beyond that. Take it from me. That's the end of what I'll say.
okay.
I know
Thank you.
over the last 12 to 24 months, privy to a lot of them about how they investigate Sierra Leone. And some of these things I'm not at liberty to say them publicly. Okay?
Yeah.
Sierra Leone needs a third force. But that third force should not be a political party. Sierra Leone needs citizens who are honest enough to stand up and say, this is our motherland, this is our fatherland. We want sanity, we want equity, we want ethical standards. And in that group, anybody will not notice say one politician, one make the group, because advocacy itself is a political thing. You cannot be an advocate, you say you're not a politician. There is a difference between being a politician and a member of a political party. Sierra Leone needs an institution that will stand up for the people of Sierra Leone, an institution that will build national consciousness. And such institution, anybody who na see the owner suspect say, one for make a party bias, una pull on there. Let go practice in party politics other side. Okay? But if you have PCSLPP, this nonsense they continue.
So Mr. Jallo, let me just say something on that. Within our type of say, we're all looking to solutions in that country.
Okay.
You know, the country, there was somebody who asked me at some point, say, what is the main problem at Sierra Leone? Where they live
now, lack of hospital standards.
Wait. My answer was poverty.
Poverty is a problem.
Mr. Jallo, I can tell you that education, they get a long way, somebody illiterate, for let people use them. However, if this man, in order for look to person, for sending people at school, they don't look for person for feeding family, they come out and they say Alaji Jumochwe, for example. He was a wealthy farmer.
Okay.
We come on McKinney. We get so many big men that we no go school. We be the Alaji Kalo for them. That business thing they do. Tell me who's politician who they can't fool them, they can't make free. He don't care because
one's controlling.
So the point here is the poverty. There is no nothing that has been done since independence, other 153 years of colonial exploitation, where they try for ensure that they make grow wealth and transfer wealth from generation to generation. It doesn't happen in Israel. Power they in three ways, Mr. Jallo. They get political power. Okay? They get economic power and institutional power. Okay? Now, the government now get the political power. They build up the two types of powers. But let me pick two people in a saloon. That guy where they build that, where they only be how they call it, chairman, na the city, mayor na the city, and the one where gets AYP. These people then develop and make the money during APC time. That's not government for do. The man who they consult the routes, they don't even get the technical know-how so much that the government, according to info and publicly, now they talk on TV, he said President Koroma make me join up with other international construction company. Where did they say then bring the technical know-how to them? That's not what government company. But now what is happening is as soon as that government go, institutions they're not permanently, which is they exist. They move. The SLP don't come inside for can't make it. Now then they act as politicians instead of focusing on the business, employ people then. And so why the government they get a plan in the hands of people who do business now for let them destroy, that attitude they in a saloon. And if we know what is it's a problem, and let the institutions. Let's look at banks. Banks they not get money, so the little asset they wouldn't get. Then if you get so many small businesses where they function, we just saying thing on a bank. I recently learned for go give somebody 15 million loan. They say if I spend 3 billion out of 15 million, voting they get for buy this, register this, make this, open this. Then they end up for go with 2 million. And the interest rate is so high. So how the country will go? So we not get the readiness. The politicians what they put, they're not good. So the poverty in a salon, poverty the land, the education is fine. I understand that. When people are not educated, they use them. But the first thing we will do first, when people are able to feed their families, we have a 92% of people who are able to eat food every day. So they caricature them and do them how they want. Mr. Jallo, I understand, but that's not me thing. So get poverty
now with a more sociological argument. poverty is created to control people. I want you to go and research that. Okay? We will discuss them at another time. In the colonial days and before we get independence, there was not much poverty in Sierra Leone. Also because the British really managed Sierra Leone better. Now because
population demographic for
well, that's one. But the fact of the situation is our people were more connected to their natural environment. They knew how to harness the environment, get goods and services from the environment, where they will sell and earn the basic living. We changed the whole dynamics by wanting to become Europeans. People then move from the rural area, then come to the towns and cities. Now that class, now the poor class today. We will discuss them here at another day. I want to do them in depth.
You know what? That point very important because we don't see right through history. Very important. If you look at even wait here, I want to talk about the international community like this from the United Nations and everything. These are all institutions created by so and they know how they pin down. Remember, when they talk about when the conditions that when they create, where Dr. Fona they talk to IMF, what they expect Sierra Leone to do. These are conditionality. These are not new. From the 1940s, when they create this in New Hampshire. When they create the IMF in New Hampshire, then they say, let's bring in another institution where they for infrastructure, construction of building, they call us a World Bank.
Now,
all these institutions, they were created. Yes, sir.
If you're not able to take care of you, you go call person for help you now use. If you get a woman,
says, how they are bring because salon don't become.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone independence in 1961.
Yes.
We had started mining diamonds since 1930. Botswana got independence in 1966. They discovered diamonds in 1970. At the time when Botswana get independence, they had only 24 university graduates and a few high school leavers. But because then culture get that cohesiveness and Botswana get tribes them all.
The biggest student in St. Francis McKinney.
Yeah, really.
The other man said one guy the way be teaching Benoli said the guy Zimbabwe, Botswana.
Yes, they were coming to the University of Sierra Leone. And even in a college with some of them. The point I am making here is Botswana got independence at a later date to Sierra Leone. Botswana had a very small pool of educated people, 24. But because they get a more cohesive system and they are very much close to their culture, even though they're tribes like Sierra Leone, they never allowed polarization and waiting. When diamonds was discovered in the 1970s, then talk to a company when I be major shareholder in the diamond industry in Sierra Leone, the BS consolidated. Then tell them, say, well, now come mine, but we want a percentage on this mining. We will invest, you will invest, we forget 50%, we not get 50%. Botswana not get debt with IMF. Botswana get a sovereign fund, we then call Pula Fund. We are all the Athens of West Africa, oh Sabi. Look how we did today. Let us stop blaming poverty. Let us blame the lack of, and it comes allow make this point.
Okay.
The lack of ethical standards, misplaced priorities, and greed in the educated class in Sierra Leone. Nine are the problem of Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
I'll say that anywhere on earth.
You see, so I can't disagree more. Let me just add up to that. First of all, Sierra Leone now a very complex society for even pinpoint issues them when it can for really sit down you look at all these, some of them are outcome them. America is even that message will be sent to you. A lot of things they would say now conditions or factors would lead to problems there. Of course, it's just effects. They are not causes of the problem. And so it's very difficult. Now America say, for even fix Sierra Leone, we need for the Sierra Leoneans of your type, not even World Bank, IMF. They don't know the problems of Sierra Leone. There is no country since they create the IMF and World Bank and the WTO, these three institutions, there is no country where they help, where succeed. Let me go to the 1970s. People don't know, say, Britain did take IMF loan. By the 1976 or so, when they take loan, people are going to now England and they beg for it. It happened in this present tense world. And then Suez say they will never take IMF loan. And this is Britain. And so there is no institution in the entire world where do I ever take IMF or World Bank loans, we come up better, we're not to stop in it. And so that's why I say, look, if we want for fix a loan, we will make sure we get the right leadership. We want people who understand the history of them institutions there and look at them and say, if they're passing them, then we disgrace. So me, and they feel very bad when it can even settle crisis na salon, international community, they can't some and support them, they can't settle and say, we not left international community. International community in the first place, please.
It's part of the gaslighting, sir.
Yeah, and international community, whether it's ECOWAS, look at all the conditionalities where they set, when I reason why they set this. Whether I go to transportation, you go to resource base or this one, there's no single thing where ECOWAS as an institution achieved. Everything they fail.
They not get the money, then get for that.
You say it go fix ECOWAS. There's nothing where they work in a country. And so Salon, if I the limits in the na Salon, Sierra Leone from now to 2028. Thing they get for happen at Salon, when Salon man, if they get sense, then they still say, okay, this is time for them to choose the right leaders. Everybody wants to go something.
Actually,
Yes, sir.
before you go, because somebody else called this Nola will be a small chance.
Okay.
I want you one portion today. Far as meeting the beliefs, perceptions, and attitudes in Sierra Leone. Let us don't expect a leader that will change Sierra Leone in the next 20 years. What we should do is that all of us Sierra Leoneans who know what needs to be known should come together and form a formidable pressure group. We go assist for build a culture of sanity, ethical standards, etc. When within that period, things will begin change. People are as they think and they become as they think. You go back today, you bring out a leader today, the same old nonsense, they continue.
Well, I get another view for 1 or 2 seconds. Let me leave the possible camp.
Okay.
Now, there was one thing I always believe. I believe, say, for any issue will happen in our society, there are environmental factors. And when I say environment, not to that bush I talk about. And this is not just a time.
Environment, political environment, understand.
When somebody asked me, say, why is it that in 1994, there was a horrific something in Rwanda, similar saloon, for saloon, Yontiti and Rwanda. So I say environmental factors. Because one, we look at the time and space where the issue they happen. And we look at the personalities that will get involved for addressing issues and they are different. You know, when Paul Kagame came, he was very honest about OCD. First of all, he not listen to anybody, try to with everybody, every international community. He deal with people them. If they lock 100 people in a one cell, then they don't they say them fever like na the Holocaust time, you don't care. See, they look there and they. In Sierra Leone, we know in modern times, most serious problem will happen when somebody also they talk about the economic crisis in Sierra Leone and the civil war. Whether somebody go up and down, and I have researched on it and I can argue with everybody. Sierra Leone not taste human development in modern times, because of the war in Sierra Leone. For 11 years, killing people, maiming people, destroying property, burning what is we live there. They're not a single day for saying they go make bridge, then they go make infrastructure, then they can't develop school. 11 years, day and night is killing and running. When and done, for another 11 years, now for take arms, take this from Chianga. Chianga don't get any single development. I can argue, I studied that. Now,
Well, let me tell you one thing before
that's
you
just
go.
saying, they can't give the person. Now, next in time, they can't be given. But when it comes to how this war come, I and all this, all that dishonesty. So we don't have people there. But I want to tell you, say, what did happen at Salon from now to 2028? There's so much suffering way bound for happen. There's so much bad image way bound for happen. Sierra Leoneans then, with a very huge younger population where exists. This population, where they suffer right so today, I can tell you that something, a lesson is going to be learned. I'm not so pessimistic about the future of Sierra Leone. I know Salon is going through something. Where Vito say at the end of the day, there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
But see, one thing where I not believe, I don't believe there is anybody in any of the political parties where get that
No,
capacity.
I know me, well, and in our opinion, but I believe, say, Sierra Leone from now to 2028, no matter how the politics backward, hey, the time not even get for wrong. 2026, we go see, Madam Yo, they make so this, in West, they get for stone then a saloon. In supporter, then they get for do a now I know even fetch APC anymore. They go fetch APC. And they by they make when they blame APC, they don't finish. So the leaders there, inside the SNP people, SNP exploded, it exploded, and if supporters then will look at you and say, oh, Madam, you don't lie. Tomorrow we will wake, you will believe me, you will call me back, Madam, you, and he follow us then. Then we chase them. Who then we chase them and they people them. And these SNP supporters, they will wake up to say, you know what? Today, this country now will get them. Let's work for this country, not for tribe or region. It's gonna happen in Sierra Leone.
Well, let's hope for that because that's the way we need to go. Otherwise,
it's gonna happen.
No political leader not go take that part. They are all dirty. Yeah. People can get the awareness. Say, enough of this. Let's take our country. Then maybe they may lead people with ethical and moral currency.
Well,
guide them.
I mean, I know you look at ethics. You know what I think, Mr. Jallo, look for entropy. It's a physics term. You know, science person. It shall be science. It shall be entropy. There are forces them of destruction. Maybe to say that they happen because of certain actions. Where they happen, and that's gonna happen in Sierra Leone. Hey, the economy is zero in Sierra Leone. If they're not big, they're not trust, they're not even pay salaries. There are right now the WAEC WAS, they're not even pay for WAS speaking there for take exam. We don't get a bunch of dropouts. We get the figures then. The best grade now NP whatever now 300 and something in this stuff first time with that so low. So everything is going bad.
Yeah.
Look at agriculture. Then they go now, then they take pictures now there, then 2 bushel farm. Cartel you and say, but 2 bushel farm, then they make then they spread and I say now then they can't feed saloon. And 9.1 million people, if they go to have a 2 bushel farm, if they don't get the know-how for say, okay, how do we, first of all, they will know what's the problem. They don't know what's the problem. You know, if people in the car talk, so the majority of people they don't move now the cities. The majority of population are young people. The one they wait in a bush, they don't even farm. I don't do farming. Agriculture is very expensive for do right now. Government for support the people. They don't do it. So how are we going to feed people? And so they spend $200 million a year, and how many tons of rice will bring an agriculture for can sell? It's not sustainable. If the rural poor, the standard of living grows, where we just say that man will put 200 bushel. If you get even 10,000 people across the Leone, then they pull thousands of bushels of rice a year. That one they defend the people.
But then you're coming back to my talk about ethical standards.
Well, me know they say I'm at the ethical.
Well, I am seeing it because I'm living it. I lived in Sierra Leone. I worked in Sierra Leone 20 years.
Yeah. Well,
I came to a social democratic country, not a capitalist rep that you call the United States. And I know when a society maintains ethical standards and nobody is above the law, that society is progressive, peaceful, and healthy. Come to Scandinavia one day, you will see it happen. Trust in society is built by the maintenance of ethical standards. You know what I mean? Saying a big money for do I elect. You never know, say, my action have consequences. In Sierra Leone, in Africa, the people at the top don't have ethical standards. That's why Africa is not developing. Here, the head of state do something, they pay for that. Here, the head of state receive gift, now the country get them. Not to you property. That's the Nordic model. I have lived in two opposite worlds. I am telling you one that is working for the people I am living with. I can sleep in Norway and leave my doors open. Nobody comes to attack me because everybody care for them. I go left me phone at a market center, place them at the market center, they go and describe the phone and they give me. Nobody no need for taking nobody.
Yeah.
A lack of ethics no problem. And the lack of ethics in Africa is with the educated class. The educated class of Africa is ethically and morally bankrupt. We bully people them, we gaslight them, we lie to them.
So you were saying one thing about the law regime, make all ethical who said they really decided and they really work. If the laws, they don't get laws then for reprimand when somebody with it in, because we now some people study, we do policy, therefore do projection and finance, and so all institutions them they're not able to settle down if the budget and finance is a problem because then are the oil of the government's money revenue, and so they make sure say and they take care of the people and by making sure they reprimand it if they do bad things. Yeah, I suppose that's the idea. You're right. So, I mean, God bless you.
Thank you for the long conversation. Keep coming. Conversation here because now this they educate with people then.
Yeah.
That's we need for do. Let more people begin understand. Say, oh, the problem is here, not there. Because what I will tell you, we go curse until thy kingdom come. We go blame until thy kingdom come. Because we must message problems as it is now. With the solution, yes, sir.
Can I conclude by saying something about send message to especially samurai people them?
Go ahead.
About international. So as una would listen, we the support of samurai, all the support, one clear power change for the better in a salon. The issue of international community, when we can scare people, them or maybe say them. I want to know say some of we do issue things that we relate to international organizations, and that's where I specialize in a PhD. Now, the international, first of all, the institutions where they talk about these institutions were created before even Salon get independence. Now the colonial time, so they're not being create them for serve the entire world. Now, one day, where they lie for talk to Dr. Samura, know the whether not the World Bank, IMF, or ECOWAS, or whatever the institutions they have a mandate to function. First of all, they know they take anybody go fetch anybody because now the taxpayer money and the lives of the citizens of those countries, they don't just go anywhere. So now for no say the mandate where them people get for let them function is limited. Where they can lie, international community, they come, people that they come, do you have left for lie? Dr. Sambura, nobody know they can put another place or put another view. The institutions are not created for Sierra Leone. They are there to serve the purpose of the one who created them. And I want to say, Salon not gets anything, the geopolitical significance. And I reach the geopolitical significance. We will make the United Nations under this circumstance, I'm not saying what you want to happen under this circumstance. Let a comfort na salon for put another view and put Dr. Samura. These institutions, the international community owner they talk, It not get a boundary. It's not a sovereign state. These are institutions where they create, where they serve the purpose of the one the way they benefit from them. The white, the Western world, who say they mark there, then they profit, now then they go. So when I left for lie, this institution, international community, you not get boundary. It not get a sovereign, not a sovereign state. So when I left, the money when they go use for send a single team for a single day, they're not the Guam. Dr. Samura not going to be president as alone until Marabio end in 2028. Now the message that I thank you.
That's your opinion, sir. I don't subscribe to that because I'm not partisan.
Yeah. So
all I know is the political class, when they gaslight the people, and that should end.
Oh yeah, the gaslight, but what do you not agree on, sir? Let me just.
I not disagree with what you say. I say I'm not subscribe to anything.
Waiting, not subscribe because they read.
For all I know, if that's still then they talk before happen, if it don't happen. If there was going to be a change, it should have happened.
Oh, I feel say they against
no. Not subscribe to what you think. It's your opinion, but at the same time, I don't believe that's the correct process. If it would have been what they are saying, there is a process to follow with it.
So say Dr. Samura not going to be president as Salon.
No, what they say, if he been get for be president, there was a process that should have been followed with and not follow. Because the APC party is defunct and dysfunctional. How then did they not go say beyond that?
No, well, let's talk about the movement. Let's say it don't happen. They lie the way they lie for international community. Now that's
everybody gets rights to your opinion for say what you want to say.
There is no international community where they go fetch for Dr. Samura for
because it's free.
International community boundary. It not get a political boundary, it not get a sovereign state. Nobody they contribute money for send a single person to Salon for go remove Marabio. It's never gonna happen. So let them let for lie. So I'm talking about the term international community. It doesn't have an existing force for go and fetch no more, because the circumstance with this alone under these it bring problem. So
the United Nations not get standing army.
You see?
If they get for go peacekeeping any side and get for get contributions from different countries.
And now they even UN they even fire people, and now they close a lot of places now because money no
that's every
we know get people where they work for UN. We know what they talk. They not money not there for UN.
The world don't stand.
Yeah, exactly.
But there is a way things can be done in Sierra Leone. What I'm saying here, you see the Solomon and get an insulting way for assess people. If you're not doing one particular kabudu or gang, I'll let you to talk the correct things, they don't listen to you. The only thing I'll say is, I have nothing to gain or lose from Sierra Leone. I'm only saying what I'm saying because I believe Sierra Leone is my home. But Sierra Leoneans have to listen to the nonsense some of us say. The solutions are there. And the solutions not there for bring war or ally for nobody. Some of us have the experience, not only in Sierra Leone. I came to Norway, I worked in the public sector, I got elected here. I have a comparative view about how to govern. We can have a system in Sierra Leone, we go take away all the nonsense here. But the ego and greed in the educated class, no, they allow that. Thank you, sir. The other man don't like that and chance. Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yes. Well, inside. I know if they don't call this now, I be know this man and I left a leg go.
Yeah. Before that.
We don't choose out for Siam as it should be said. The sovereignty in Sierra Leone belongs to the people.
Today because
I know you work not a give you chance.
today I went to the startup salon. Yes, I make the opportunity for Wusabide.
Okay. Sorry, they work na salon. You go Bonko Lenken.
Bongolen can chew gum.
You go na Bonko Lenken. It is the island.
Yeah,
He went as close as the center of Sierra Leone today. The center of Sierra Leone, they few miles from Yile, then called it Petfu.
Oh, okay. So not Ile per se.
Now,
As people they say.
Petfu, from Petfu,
You know,
any side way they go na Sierra Leone are equal distance.
equal distance from people.
Yes.
But like what you can have in mind today, and this is that what we always say is how we should connect Sierra Leone, how Sierra Leone is connected.
Then how?
And yes, geographically, the way we talking about it yesterday or so, on Friday, we discussed about the accessibility of Sierra Leone. 10 days on sea, we are in Sierra Leone. And 8 hours of every big city in the Atlantic is connected to Sierra Leone.
Every major city in the Atlantic region, north and south,
is connected to Sierra Leone.
you can reach them by within by you can reach any port in the Atlantic region within 14 to 16 days, depending on the speed of the boat.
Exactly. So internally back, we are connected. And this is true about the simple because looking at I went to Milet today, see they say this is not the road for go 91. Then they say this one that you left, 9 go boom.
Yes.
Yes, right now it's on table. Let's say 9 go boom. And
Mongere, they go I call this place Uside and we go Koyama Hotin. Uside and we go Pimbo School first. Then from there now they go towards Bo Town. You get several villages where they pass.
They talk see how people traveling, for instance, from McKinney, going to Bo, taking McKinney to Mashaka, from Mashaka 44 miles to 91, 91 11 miles to Moyamba Junction, 18 miles to Sama, then from there 25 miles to Bo. Why not constructing or the government they make sure they make just that roadway connect from the north to the east and south?
That also been in good condition up to the time of the war.
Okay, because good condition.
Yes.
But now it's
they can't tell Maboka.
Yeah, Maboka. But get Maboka and 91 road in the they say about 52 miles or 55 miles or so. That's about that other one with the commander in there. And they say now by CKC, Manali, the go on. So they told me. They say now CKC school.
Now CKC, you they enter both with.
Yes, sir. They say now from that end,
they I don't use them several times Rob in this salon.
So those times, so you go take and say the connectivity from the north here, McKinney, Maboka, and its environment, some of those they are going to come up from Kabbalah. Instead of some use Bele Junction, Machaka Road, Nayago, is completely around. Why governments know at least make that connectivity?
Make another plan.
Yeah, because when they talk, the missing color. Simple, and I don't say simple idea. Just, it was a see what for? It's yes, and I didn't go. But motorbikes road mountain, yes, and a boy you go, the 91 you go. You see the connection. But all of this, the way they talk, now the sense, the idea, I know.
Not your sense now. People no one do them. They know.
No one farm.
They don't want to do it. All them care for now for exploit the country, not for develop the country.
Thank God the previous caller, he bring back the ascertain of the issue of solution. This is good. Because there is a country where one policy, as he talked about at the event we happened, you call the here. What do people they go think? They go think the political party will be gain a power. That thing. As you call here, this year, now this happened. That means who that be gain a power, but Bakaba be gain a power now. There's no that kind of.
And I'm not Daura Bindena power. A political party that is registered is part of the governance of a country.
Yes. But as you call it, people they don't be thinking who that in a power. And as you mentioned about civil society, as we don't mention until we are right. And one thing I totally agree on now is that here in Sierra Leone now, political parties are forming their own civil society.
Then they like for do that, but society that is non-partisan.
Yeah.
Everybody get right to association. That is prescribed in the Constitution. And the part of the Constitution we prescribe that is an entrenched clause. If SCP wants, they can form any number of civil societies, they get right. If APC wants, they can form any number of civil societies, they get right. What I am saying is that rather than we look for a political party to solve Salome problem, we need an advocacy and civil society movement. We get people that we get the ethical and moral currency, not for go take brown envelope to any idiot, and be prepared for tell them say this country belong to your lawmaker. And then people there for that connection with the international community, for put pressure on the international community, for sanction and act when they need them to act. That's the only solution to Sierra Leone's problem now.
And here we see it exists, it go start fighting. But now that you see the
when start we not see people they come. Let's stop talking about blame. If I'm to be a member of such a movement, it start anybody wants to out with their excommunicate you from the movement, not to a papa organization. Go form you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
We left for blame and complain. We for make we say victims. The Constitution of Sierra Leone is clear that sovereignty belongs to the people. Let us use that power.
Indeed.
Nobody in us alone not get power past me now. We all get yonder.
I will get them. And we only use the power when we are united and
unity is one.
Development.
Unity is one. Moral and political presence is more important. Viewers day before set example. Be the example, because example is better than precept.
Yeah.
Okay. If you form a civil society, you say this civil society, not for there be any political party, let it be that way. Anybody who can do make a political party, tell and say do a party, not to this way they do now.
For us coming together. So we should be the third force. Yes, sir. We should be the third.
The people of Sierra Leone have to be the third force.
Not a party.
Not a political party. Anybody who go for a political party for correct Sierra Leone, they failed. Somebody else they call out, talk to him, yeah? They don't drop safe. That's properly.
No, sir.
Today I get people that will engage me.
Yeah. Me, I sit down here. Now I see first, and I can't do. I'm not doing exercise after I don't talk at drum.
Okay.
Now I can claim no more. Now you could. Now you can.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
Quick, quick.
Not a problem. First of all, they talk about that road. That road we talk about. Road. That road they can't come out na Matuka. And then they can't come out. Because they say where I be me have been my both are for go school. Where I be they go holiday or come holiday Makini, why they use that road fast. That the short road. I think I have 50 something miles.
That Matuka side where they talk.
Mhm.
Now recent construction. The original construction now from Mabolka through Matora to Mongere. You go to
That one a long one. What I tell you? It's
I'll go to maybe tell you, but you're talking as one. Another thing they talk.
so when it is recent, the last time I used that road was in 1986.
That's recent. I talk about the road maybe in the 1960s up to the 70s. Now from Mabuka through Matura through Usaisef, Yele, Yuka Mongere, you go Koyama, then you go Entabu. There are villages there in between, but now the main place they are the called for.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
They,
Mm-hmm.
during the colonial period, nine them in paver, a PWD make them.
Yeah. So the
Now, if you the shortcut, they reach Trawe campus now.
But
If we're not in reach Magoka,
that's it.
nine.
And they will be the pass. That time they will use them as the transport the way they go. The road, well, it be in a short road anyway. So bottom line is, we will not ask, oh, why you go no the covered. Simply put it, Sierra Leone economy no get money for run the services. We only raise money.
They're not
Anyway,
getting sense for them.
Yeah. The sense they and second, most important is that the intention back of the leaders.
The sense no they
Because
intention no they.
because because if you they watch, for instance, from the sidelines, you see all the bad things that would happen, where the promise say, I can't solve them. Like a million so. The first thing I do is I know see where I come to governance. I get a timely belt for make I able to solve at least maybe 10, 20 or 30% of the problems what we see. But if no one have just be discussing or point fingers or unable to do or because of this, anybody can give any
commodity. There
Yeah.
not be elected for the excuse.
Yeah, that is it. You first of all, you say you start today. You start for say Ivory Coast, where they get minerals them. In fact, they focus on agriculture. At least you may we don't talk about this now.
Yeah.
How you dey help people in nation? Now for see the activity where they put the hand in power, where they interested in nothing focus
For them
nothing.
well.
Yes. If you can't see 70% of people and then do agriculture, you left you going to talk about that thing. Oh, the blue pipe changer.
Look on a more practical level, Pafodi. 70% of the people there in agriculture get a particular crop or plant where they concentrate so.
Yes.
Because there's going to be a system of exchange of goods and services. Every time there is an exchange of goods and services, wealth is created. So you create a sustainable economy. And when you go take $10 million from a mining company, we're not able to make one chip for them.
Yeah. No, even that one day. Now management not in the mining sector. And also you talk say we value we they put high power diamond or minerals. Not we put focus or value diamonds. Now foreign at the value diamonds and gold. No, because we if we get focus on I will put value, but I will put money there. But for the fact that till today we not put one penny, that means we not just value and people will say,
You with mentality of dependency. I make Ulek bigger, bigger. Yeah, I'm out for top and with mentality of dependency.
we have become Germany, first well past well a good Germany, that time we like Germany we get the name.
Mhm.
So where I go, we shall go seek asylum. Now we meet Bambi them. They put you in the same room. Me man, I say, oh my God, salon. He say we be the first color give visa for go salon.
Yeah, well,
Then he tell me, he say, when we get Gambia, the post when they go salon, with the one when they go America, the one when they go America, the telephone call them and they letters them. Now they know where they send. The one when they go salon, they say 3 years, you don't get property, they don't get build houses. Them. Or the one where they go, the one where they go. When I go, the one go salon, but visa had forget. Let me tell me. Let me tell me. That's the visa had forget.
how do we talk to? Over question, why is it Saloma no able better than country and foreigners for better day?
Because there are so normally na so thing they if you not build what you call human capital. I mean, not to this one when they talk about no more they don't do nothing about that. When they talk to build human capital, like for instance, you make them become entrepreneur, you make,
I don't know
yeah,
if you believe listen.
yeah, I listen that you make them become entrepreneur, you make them get jobs outside and get them living. I talked to one of my colleague who he was in Mauritius in Comot. The driver tell me say, oh Mauritius, people they get an average of $200. People in the they are okay. That's $200. Now they are salon. Not to ordinary person they get about. You talk about the ordinary people, the ones who they work. I mean, like laborer, and so on. $200 and they get. $200. We in salon they say 800,000 leon. Now how much that they go to $30.
$30.
So that what imagine an African country don't live with far beyond.
And Mauritius not a minerals.
No, no. But they
Mauritius, they don't have tourism and sugarcane.
yeah.
It's largest sugarcane production in Africa. The next to Madagascar. We are the third largest in Maboka.
You don't die.
We see them destroy.
So, Mr. Jallo, like I say, we start. If you now see inside the people in the put their life, like what will they grow up? Because in they all within a village, then get farm them. We the races in camp, then they harvest the rest, then get then some one of them they get 100 bags of rice. Then they come making for Canada, there's millions, sell them, get money. Now so the other one come back, he can establish bakery, a communal village, can establish in bakery after some harvest. This is their life. This is not the life of them people in there. Then they sell corporation there, where they pay self-help group them, then they sell land. If you don't get farm, you get money. If you don't get farm, you get money.
Institutions, which are where we talk to, we don't deviate from we culture, not to so.
Yes, sir.
These are the practical institutions where the people are used to, where we for research and understudy, we develop and let be able for produce at a more larger scale. Not to forgo buy tractors and everything. Look at what the people are used to. There is a reason why they are using that system, that cooperative system. Try to improve it, modernize them, give them willing and get trust fund. They're able to build equity for themselves. 10, 15, 20 years, they don't make enough money. They're able to buy what they want for buy for themselves. That's how you create development. But when they talk, they say, "I know, man, I'm all thing good for her."
Yeah, because there is no intention to develop the people. Now talk no more. There's no intention.
Well, we wish people and get their awareness so that they will be asked questions.
Mr. Jallo, the other person we've been talking this no, they talk say, oh, the Southeastern and Southeastern and South this and that. I don't talk again. Me, you don't talk. as long as the political system remains as it is, where the politicians never be held accountable because you know see they count on a tribe or a region for you vote them. There's nothing. They are not worried. Mr. Diallo, if you know say, let me the mark paper. We be say me you know they go in and out. You worry.
I'll take it
You
forward.
don't worry. But if you know say that my waiting for marking paper, if I not study, if I not write stuff, it will fail me. But the people are they don't really care about what you do, what you say, but then get the people and when they count on say the election them reach because of the way we center with politics, now just on ethnic and regional.
Well, there's a way to solve that.
Right.
Go see, as I can always tell you, everything wrong in Sierra Leone has to be changed by a process. And honestly, me now one person I believe say some of them changes here I get for outlive me. I go don't die. Then before
No,
people then begin see
no,
the
Mr. Gallo.
results.
No, Mr. Gallo, we don't, even we should only talk to, we don't that. I don't know if it's changes.
The foundation now. That change we want. We therefore make effort for build the foundation. Let people understand what they need for understand. You hear me?
Yeah.
If we say no more, well, we're not going to change and then they get worse. That's how they so till they worse. So our left
No,
1990.
what you look at the talk show, Mr. Jallo, even before I come to that, even one of the contributors to talk about say, yeah, now the first person we talk say, maybe they talk to people in the forum then about say, oh, government not going for change in 2028. Now the same thing, I can't tell them now the redemption broadcast, Sweden in push no more, Samura no more, Samura. Then I say, I tell them, see, this thing when they do so, you are wasting time. The only way we they see that all will change, that we change the laws. Some Marabi the no win an election. Instead of no win an election. Now because it kept bad laws them, now the books them, make use them with some people. So people
will say about that. Everybody gets a right to the opinion. But opinions are not actionable until you get the right structural mentality. There is a way Samura would have been president, but he did not follow that way. I'm not going to say anything beyond that.
Mr. Gallo, even this would be
it's a way for going course.
No, Mr. Gallo, I don't talk this over and over. The National Unity Agreement was in favor of Samura. The framework of the tripartite was in favor. I don't call that in the working document for good the tripartite. I don't call myself get with a color mode of I don't know how they call that. The framework for do the tripartite. It was in favor. They not put any clear say when they go for this day so, then they go investigate the results of the election, then they go make a recommendation. That is boldly written. When we go on that thing, when come out, when I left the result them here, and then come out go sign, now they come out everything. No.
You know why?
No,
I said it before even they started tripartite saying a waste of time because it's not a legal arrangement. It's a political arrangement.
No, we all know say not to legal agreement. Why?
Allow me. But one pathway, you see, this is where the intelligence comes in. One pathway, I think, the Samura camp not they understand, if even it's a political arrangement, as long as it has to do with the electoral processes in Sierra Leone, and the electoral processes are defined by the law, any break of that law don't make whatever arrangement they undertake a legal arrangement.
And the way you preach, even the talk say, any way they put commodity, they go on a parliament to make them law.
So
yes.
So put you before before do, then before that first for make before I go begin sit down they talk rata. Then I get a paper prepared and pass on through parliament and make it legal. That's anything out and discuss is legally binding. But if you allow the people now don't go talk, now you say like go parliament, they do it.
No, the thing here is, Mr. Yalo,
We pay for implement the tripartite. That's long and short of it.
no, before they reach day, them for them do the things the way they're signed for.
Babode,
Mm.
every human being gets the ability for things. We are Homo sapiens. You have a head and a mind to think and be rationally constructive. If you see that a compliment man carry go by your nose, whatever all he go put you this one.
So that is there for sin, I see. Even the government, where they go sign, they know say they don't go sign a bad document. Now what they tell them people, them say, when they go under for go look results, they will stand by them. If that person did it tell you, say, when they go under for go look results, and you go there, you allow that person to come inside that room, they don't look the result. What I get problem?
Well, I will say something. The Constitution of Sierra Leone has provisions. We're going to make the citizen of Sierra Leone force the implementation of the recommendations of the Tripartite Committee.
I want to see the.
No, I'm not going to talk Canada.
I want to see the.
I don't live a life of doubt. Do I tell you I don't research them? I don't question here and there. I get the facts what I need. But this is a public play. This is a public play. I am not here to say beyond what I have said.
Why they talk so? Where a country where the two institutions, the word of hold everything to account, the parliament and the judiciary, not the work. Something work. Yeah.
The biggest document in Sierra Leone, everybody writes for take up issue na salon. The Constitution.
They can't go to court. They can't go to court.
The Constitution.
They can't go to court. When they can't go to court, they say the Supreme Court and they give interpretation. So they tell me, even now, don't you I want just tell you what? Everybody knows say Fatima Bio no born as alone. Now, because he get his presidential ambition, they don't go begin for the talk. In post kind of in like talk say na kono eat dirty. So now the one who they talk for and talk say na salon he born.
That may not they put him out today.
So
I want at a time.
You can't go to that court where Sabi, when you go talk say this person has salon he born, you prove him. So all what you had the time for saying is it's Rangonians then. Yeah.
About it. Yeah. Another disputable what you they talks about. One time you say me now one Sierra Leone where nobody know the gaslight. What you they talk so they believe the gaslight where then they use. Me nobody know the gaslight me.
No, not to believe. So me I look at see where any people me and you, Mr. Jallo, if we go into an agreement, I agree say they give me 500 Norwegian krone. We be say me and you believe and fet and we don't buckle yourself. If that time they reach where you say for give me the money, you don't give me that money, they know they go before until you give me that money. Because you don't agree. This not good.
People sign document with me that same day, they get right.
No, containing they call them gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, it's gentleman's agreement in a place where there is ethical and moral bankruptcy. Sierra Leone is such a place.
Sierra Leone is not the place.
There is no ethical and moral currency in Sierra Leone.
So
if you get for deal with issues in Sierra Leone, you aid for work, you eye for work, you sense for work.
But here, just before I end that talk, Mr. Jallo, Sierra Leoneans there will continue for the Allah. Then even in there, we panel program, what I talk almost, if we not make for letting agitate for letting change the laws, una go continue for agitate the Allah cause effect like I Mr. Jallo the talker. You know to the name someone cause me say mean idiots. Yeah, cause the effect. Yes, sir.
How many these books there when you read? Let me tell you, them curse the prophets, they're not so.
They beat them.
Tell the prophet vex in Ibala Allah, not so.
Yeah.
This world we live in. Yes. They're talking are true. We don't even take somebody in a sweat and do it. Because people then return with prophet one. What's and change you're not great sword, not so. This is the human race.
Anyway, so the thing here is that if we not change the laws of the country where they give autonomy and independence in institutions, it's a very flow. We are a constant
Well, for do that change.
What would do that change this? Right now, the deep and process where Justice Power, I think. Now in them calls you can't do constitutional review.
Maybe they don't die.
Yes.
Then I
do. Wait a minute now. When you don't do, I'm done. Instead of the one that we send them, take that document today, then use them because you don't pay money, say let them do a review. When you don't do them, now just take the document. You adopt them. No, the one they choose what they want, you want this. Okay, then come out and not do nothing. Then we have a camp. Then it's up to the citizen for me then. It's
we need a third force in Sierra Leone, but not to a political party.
Yes.
The citizens and get awareness of all how they talk. We all come together and say we want let them do this, let them do this, let them do this. Let me see. Yes. It's a night process because you only talk to the one and the way you go the heart then the one and you are pointing for we. Like saying that they inherit child from their parents. That's the life we live. In this life, not allow you come be mortal man for intimidate you. This is what Sierra Leoneans have to wake up to. The army pass you take cutlass and axe go fed, but not allow you come be mortal man for intimidate you. I say this say okay, I don't hear you, but I'm sure I want to do it.
Mr. Jallo, the worst here is we're now holding at the south. Not to say we the people in that guy they talked about south. No. You want to be racist too. From 2018, we una party on a vote for Ghana pound. No living conditions don't do now. Please, no, not any for more because now them feel say it will be easier for them at this moment. But I don't been the case. No. So it's no ground. Oh, see, this is wrong. The law within the traffic, when we go kill one bobo na kela una one by election because it goes stand as independent in one win the state, then one win the seat from SLPP. When they kill them, they have to kill them today.
Ah, well. I know why I die.
No, but can't they? I don't know about that one. What it means?
I'm the robber. What are the armed robbers?
They will get people in India. They say
They get you armed, no.
so you see.
Not the house business.
You give your head. Me now, see. I really see.
Now I'm not telling him I not Charlie Choco.
Well, it makes me curious for no.
Well, stop pushing me.
So the thing here is that if Sierra Leoneans then want for let and get freedom. They work police force where they work for them. Look what it happened.
We go for put aside party sentiment. We go for look at wetin dey work for we all. And I think the Lord do am for we all. We am correct for we all. We don't want the SNPP let be. We don't want the PC let be. We don't want PDP let be. There's no wrong with that. Now you're right. But when it comes to Sierra Leone, let us look at what will work for all of us.
Yes, they will be selfish at one point for themselves, for letting themselves their life. But if you the dance no more, good for parts. India, one more,
But you know, then what they do for you. What
Yes.
go face no.
no. One more day, they call a white boy. When I said we put video then they are. Oh, we don't there. Now 2 years don't left so. 30 days we don't suffer for this party. You see, if you the reason, instead of you make for let you get a sustainable job, you think you wait 7 years, you don't pass, you wait, you don't get a job. You still hope they will give.
Man, I can call gaslight.
When you wait to take the same thing can continue. That means you don't wait for 10 years before whether you can have power.
Why did government retire with 30s? You know,
Yes. And they don't talk, say, if you are not handsome at 20, educated at 30, then you become rich at 40 and successful at 50, forget about life. Once you left there, then stage there, they left you, then pass you, then pass you, then pass you, then don't know. You don't wait for Mother be in power 10 years. Mother be in power get for it 10 years. Mother be come on power then pull and commodity this now another 10 years. You don't need 30 years.
20, I'll be well for it.
No, we don't get handsome. If you handsome, we don't really think if you can look for change. If they say you are well dressed, you get the attraction, you know, meet go to man in the good school, they do anything nine make them call it in a handsome.
When big foot to assist with platform,
Yes.
not be handsome.
You know, yeah, that just yeah. You know, you talk just about Burkina Faso being there. You know, say Burkina Faso and Gambia, the economics will be studied that same day. Then we reach there's not a developing country, so now we retrogressive economy.
Yeah. Right.
Those two countries.
So to bring this,
For a very long time, Burkina Faso DBN for a very long time in the world. Burkina Faso DBN for a very long time. For a very long time, Burkina Faso DBN. The Gambia not talk because they don't begin open at the back of granite and tourism. I think the tourism not be boom. So upon granite so
it's nine tourism begin booming.
yes,
again.
so the economy begin BN they call it a retrogressive economy. So today they go to their own they don't can pass me. Anyway, like I talk about small bodies, the next way you talk about what are you talking about? But you talk say people are not talking. Which talking you people are not talk about them drugs there?
Officially.
No, they don't make press conferences. They don't make press release them. People are not talk. People are not talk. Kila tell you today what happen at parliament. Better than that, if at the place of parliament not the work, judicial not the work. At the full parliament today
They not go there, they say let them go there.
Today when they start this discussion about the president's speech, they must talk now they can debate almost the end of the year. When tell you say parliament not the work. So somebody they talk is it in July or June?
June, around June.
Na tit dinner Cuba na the class go for can the state a speech.
I mean, get locked down like America.
Okay, so today they begin talk about that talk there. One of the EPs parliamentarian them now open the floor say you want to talk about drugs. The speaker of parliament he say no, they don't want to talk about drugs.
Why?
Because they say, according to they na the speech. Now Bukabu talk say, he did not the speech. The government mentioned as if they want to with drugs. So this man talk about that. The man not allowed for they talk. Because they say they can't talk, but they just not allowed. And we see the speaker not tell you say, no give right for talking. That's a law parliament. For talk. Now this and they tell you say, we have to change these laws. Why that person dey na him dey decide, and let's say something wey important for the country wey see change no give floor for let talk, no go talk again.
We say some of them we need for the know the law they discuss there. You know, Tigo?
Yeah.
Parliament is one arm of government. Efficient civil society are the fourth estate.
Yes, and the press, free society and the press. And I
So we need to know them. Now, Awale, you send me the details or send me whatever details you get on Wednesday. That's what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
As far as we know, my papa, he get the same rights in a salon like Sendepo. So I'll say what I have to say.
Yes.
This thing don't go too far, necessarily.
They allow. Look at what
Don't go too
happening.
far.
They collect the body in the street, the whole hospital.
10 days here. If not they picking, then they go collect now. Then picking them drugs. Market and this now of the land, you go begin pandemic.
So tell you, this honor is there on government for act. Well, they don't want act because they profit from the trade.
Donald Trump gets all increase. Some of the reason you make it all about foreigners now because of drugs.
But tell you, I'm saying
about that. Let me tell you.
So, okay, now the man they go to America, they go talk about all the big things there. They not even like that America say this man who they can't talk now. So
You say America no.
it is from that.
You know. So the business you go to that time, they want clap, then go clap. If they not clap, then they look you say talking.
They affect the world. Look, not to talking and go hold somebody so he wants a salon diplomatic passport. When they say now only the president and it. So
you there is an international war around this drug issue in Sierra Leone. Now step by step. I be don't talk from last year, if you remember. When Bolayosi issue come forth, I say the international community know everything, then they investigate to see all the money transfer there, this and that. I say we will get for see a lot more they happen. All what in they do so, not from Sierra Leone, then they get the information. Now then you investigation. And I want to tell you, say they do ready for Bolayos Nasalo, then they come for her. And middle nights and they can't take and they don't care and go, nobody no.
Yeah, so then thing there, Mr. Jalo, so then thing there,
Stage by stage.
Then thing there, it happen. Now so now rotting the system, the rotting so under drugs. Then the people they on the streets, then they die. Then they say, I can't take an eye, don't die. I can't take
Of the global, you see, that's why you don't depend on the international community. You know why? For them,
okay.
In as much as they're not going to want that for spread to them, but it may be to their advantage for depopulate Africa. And you know, to then go do and we do unto we self. Secondly, when things like this they happen, then get reason for ask for money for go make NGO. It's a whole complex thing. If you kill, you never take care of them. You go not treat for go ask let them care for take care of you. If the man follow you, if you invite him.
No, it's not that's true analogy that I talk.
Yes. We have to take responsibility. Yes. Recklessness, not only Sierra Leone and Sable, but not to the international community.
Yes, now the reason this why they talk see. All the one we should talk about electoral justice now, WhatsApp, now make come on at that corner. Then they are in the way and take pictures from Madagascar. Yes, Madagascar, they're in a street, not inside house.
Amen.
When I record audio every week, when I
Fucking sleep all night Sunday. What's up? What's up?
Madagascar and then a street, not even looking people anymore. Senegal, where the Macky one thing the law, they kill people them. This is not in house. Was a man as they kill one, so they put it on door. I think there's a lot of continue.
That's it. Sarah not keep you going too much. I think we ambulance like they learn the time. At 2 hours we don't do so today. But because the program don't begin to pick up in purpose. The purpose is to educate Sierra Leoneans. Let we know what you need for me. Not to mother Bio or Samuel. I don't care about them. Then so far they want them better than their business. Now Sierra Leone important now. Let we talk about what thing for make Sierra Leone different. And do that. Some of them will come. If not the first day they come, like and subscribe to this channel. If not the first time, like the video and una help we for share and let this thing go out to the whole world. Let people know say such a channel day. Let people they can listen, now they get discussion. Yeah, it's open for everybody for discuss. The unfortunate today, because of the engagement, the people that will be on the call, I forget for put the telephone number up. But I will sure say by Wednesday I will make sure say I put the telephone number up when at a particular point let people then call. Mr. Alusain Bundu. Welcome, sir. I hope you know say my cousin you there with you. Me my cousin, yeah. Maternally, I'm related to the Bundus, the Jazz, and Wuris of Binti Dibia, Balandugu. If you're not Bundu from the south, then you are still my cousin because the Bundus from the south and the one then are the north, not the same people. The one then are the east, so they call themselves Bunduka, not the same with the Bundus. Just like the Jazz of Pujang, the Jazz of Binti, are the same family. Una thank you. By Sam, thank you. Mr. George Stone, my friend, thank you for being active today, sir. That again. I've been seeing Nabi today. Thank you, thank you. And do that again. Okay. Abu Mansari. The man who will never comment, but I want for your voice Wednesday. Now for call out talk. Well, thank you. Let we do what you get for do for see a change Sierra Leone. And I thank you. We will meet up on Wednesday.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We salute.
For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Konica, Gaman Keraka, Chamucham, Gaman Monica, Kaipom, Gaman Konica, for the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. And they go and they beg, then come and shake. The people that they gen. Then I go and shem. They make me go to the king and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future, forgive them best scripture. They make me go to the king and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forget them best scripture.
I hear the love and loyalty to the country salute. My healthy day, my happy born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let me salute. But this sweet land we love. We not for make them fall.
We salute. As in a place like home. I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos, it's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you